Hey, Jalen, how are you?
How you doing, man?
Good. Just how do you feel about your first season in Foxborough? It feels like your play has gotten steadily better throughout the course of the year, more impactful. What have been your biggest impressions?
Um, I try not to just think into it too much. As far as of course, as a professional athlete, you want to have the best season as possible. But I think it's more of a week in and week out type of thing here. We're just trying to go out there each and every week and put on my best film each and every week for this team.
Thanks.
No,
Next question, Mike Race.
Hey Jalen, what's happening?
not much, man.
I'm in the car. You're at your house. It looks like. I mean, what a
Yeah.
world, huh? It's unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
I want to ask you about something you tweeted the other day. I think one reporter had sort of mentioned some stats that were pretty favorable, of your performance, and I think you added something to it, like something like "not done yet," or I forget what it was, but it was something in that spirit.
Yeah.
Tell me about that and your mindset, in that conversation.
Yeah, I said more work to be done, and with me saying that is yeah, of course, those things are nice, to be able to be playing good ball, but there are also, as an athlete, it's that one or two plays to where I could have been better on this play. I could have made a better tackle on this play. I could have made a better break on this play. Yeah, the quarterback, he might not have threw it on that play, but as a player, and as a perfectionist within myself, it's always those little things, and I'm watching film. Of course, I already know the good plays that I had within the game, but I also know the bad plays, and those are the plays that I'm watching, throughout the week of, how can I get better? How can I not make that same mistake to where, that good game that I had, can turn into a great game.
Along those lines, from a reporter's perspective, like I'll watch the game over and I'll see a play and I'll be like, oh, like I'd love to be able to ask the player, like, what were they thinking, or what was their view of the play. So
Right.
in that spirit, one of them from this last week was, I thought you and Miles were right there
Yep.
on that long one. And I'm like, okay, as a reporter, do I just give credit to the guy for, like, that's a good catch in traffic?
Yep.
Or was there a technique, that Jalen or Miles might say, man, if we had done this on the technique, maybe we're making the play. So I'm curious, what was your view of that?
Yeah, honestly, me just looking back at the play, that ball that he threw, it was of course, it was a long ball, but watching it more on film throughout the week when he was throwing his deep balls, he was driving the deep balls, right? So I'm thinking, okay, the deep ball is going to get here right now. On that play, he kind of put a little air on it to where now when I'm watching it on film, I'm like, I'm still was playing my man. If I would have just turned and looked up on that play, since he put a lot of air on it, that'd have been a play that I could have possibly, had an interception and jumped up and picked the ball off. That's just me watching it for sure. Yep.
And next question, Zach Cox.
How's it going, Jalen?
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
How do you feel like your skill set and JC's skill set complement each other? Excuse me. And just what's your how much have you liked working together with him this season?
Yeah, man. I answer the second one first, man. I've loved it. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who, he's had a lot of success, with his team as far as, he just had a milestone with the 25 interceptions. That's nothing but hard work. That's credit to him. So knowing a guy like that having as much success that he has with, taking the ball away, he still comes in each and every day and he works hard, and that's kind of what you want to see from a guy who, being successful in that aspect. And you're talking about skill set. I think it's more of, like I said, just coming in and working hard, knowing, that in this system, we're going to be asked to do a lot of different things, whether it's play man, play zone, play, bump and run, play off, whatever it may be. And before and after practice, we're with our secondary coach, Coach Mike and Coach Ross, and we're working those things to where when we get in practice and we get in the game, it's a secondhand nature.
Jalen, I think you might be blocking the speaker with your hand there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All good. Next question, Mark Daniels, please.
Hey, Jalen, hope all is well. I
Yeah.
know you're very excited to join the Patriots this offseason and play for Bill Belichick. As we enter the regular final season game here, has your expectations matched up with sort of, how you looked about it and how excited you were, coming in this past spring?
Yeah, of course, man. One thing that I've always, seen, from, even from high school, one thing about the Patriots team is they're a team that, they're going to always fight through adversity. There are those seasons where it's super success, it looked like they're unstoppable, but then there are those seasons to where, they get a bump in the niche in the road and you always see them come out on top on the other end and fight through adversity. And I think that's what we've done this season, man. And I'm excited and I'm happy to be here and just keep working.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll do final question, Andrew Callahan.
Oh, Andrew, you might be muted.
There we go. My fault. Flag on me. First time on the phone. Forgot to unmute. It's good to see you. So I just want to ask a question generally about, when you're facing a quarterback, will kind of make full field progressions. How, if at all, is that different from maybe a younger guy when okay, if he's only on his first or second read, and we cover that up, we should be good.
Yeah. I think that kind of goes into, like you just said, going against a quarterback who is going to make full field progressions. You have to cover every blade of grass. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about somebody wherein they're just reading, left, and then they might come back right late. I think it's more of a thing of covering down because you don't know, what side, the progression is coming into. And more of, it depends. It is a pocket quarterback. Is it a dual threat quarterback? Because then that comes into an aspect of, like they always say, the plaster drill and having to cover guys all the way down the field because these mobile quarterbacks nowadays, man, they can take off running and still throw the ball 60 yards down the field.
Mm-hmm. Can you see any of that with Mac, with the way he seems to, at least from my view, kind of scan the full field? Do you see that from him at all?
Yes, Mac, from the start of OTAs to now, his progression, his hard work, I think it's kind of speaking for itself. Coaches are doing a great job with Mac, and as a young quarterback, I'm proud of him. He comes in and he works hard every day, and he literally looks like when he's walking in out the hallway, he has nothing but football on his mind. So that's a great thing, for our starting quarterback.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Jalen.
All right. Thank you.